We're still up on the tripod. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the 19th of September, day 20. Yep, day 20. So today finishes block number 4, our 5-day blocks, northbound on the Bruce Trail. We have just passed, well, I don't know, kilometer or so ago, I don't know, the most southern point on the Bruce Trail in the Beaver Valley section. So that means we just made our right turn and we are now heading north on the western side of the Beaver Valley. That is good. Unfortunately, from where we camped last night, the distance to Hoggs Falls was only, I don't know, maybe 3 kilometers or something like that. I don't know, 3 or 4 kilometers. So when we got to Hoggs Falls, it was still totally black. It's totally dark out. No footage to be had, unfortunately. Now, yesterday we did get some nice footage of Eugenia Falls, but nothing of Hoggs Falls today. The trail this morning, well, was kind of, I don't know. When I woke up this morning, it felt sticky and humid. We didn't get any rain last night. And today is Monday morning. Last time I checked the weather was Saturday night, or Saturday, anyhow. And we were going through a few days of kind of unsettled. Yesterday, of course, we had the heavy thunderstorms come through in waves. But it didn't cause us too many problems. Temperature didn't drop too low. And of course, yesterday, you recall, we got to stay at take a break at the Kimberley General Store. That was nice. And we also got another break at the Top of the Rock General Store, deli, so on. I have a love-hate relationship with Top of the Rock. They're in a good location, and they carry a variety, what the hiker needs. But I've always found the service just to be rude. I talked about this 2 years ago when I did my Bruce Trail yo-yo, as I headed north and south. I went through there both times. Just kind of rude service. And it's too bad, because it's a great location. Products are reasonable. I mean, yesterday I had the macaroni and cheese and the sausage roll. That was nice. Just a service. And the young gentleman that served me in the deli, he was great. But the lady at the cash out, she's been there a lot. I don't know if she's one of the owners, the owner, manager, whatever, family member. I have no idea. But just, yeah, no, kind of miserable. Anyhow, enough said about that. So today, now we've come around the bottom end, past Hoggs Falls on the bottom end of the Beaver Valley. The goal today is to simply push as far north on the western side of the Beaver Valley as possible. Tomorrow we meet, again, don't forget our trail angel Joanne, and she brings us a supply box. We don't need a lot of stuff out of that supply box. One of the main things we need is butane gas. The butane gas I get tomorrow will be sufficient then for the remainder of this hike to Tobermory for my cooking needs. Also, I'm in a little bit of trouble with some itching on my feet, just through the moisture and so on. I believe a little bit of kind of athlete's foot maybe on the soles. So I do have some Tinactin cream at home. I'm going to talk to Joanne today when I call her, get her to put that in my resupply box. So I'll have that tomorrow. Apart from that, there's a few items, food items I'll take out of there. Cereal pouch or two, cookies, maybe bacon jerky. Either way, Today being Monday, Friday I will hit Owen Sound. And don't forget we have our night booked in on Friday at the Travel Lodge. So this morning I went past my first other stealth camp. This individual was using, it looked like to me like a a Big Agnes Tiger Wall tent. A Big Agnes Tiger Wall tent is a serious through hiking tent. It's a little lighter than my tent, maybe by a pound. I use the Big Agnes Copper Spur UL2, which I'm very happy with. The Tiger Wall is a little lighter, a little more delicate, a little lighter, significantly more expensive, I think, another $300 more. But anyhow, they were camped next to a water source in the forest. Or he, she, whoever. Also, the mother and daughter team, I believe it's them, that are ahead of me, communicated with me yesterday. Acknowledged a picture I'd posted yesterday, the signpost of the mileage, and they showed me their picture. They said, since I started, I've kind of gained about 5 days on them, catching up to them. I won't catch them. They're arriving in Wyerton, whereas I'm still a week away from Wyerton. So when I get to Wyerton, they'll be, I'm going to guess, and it's just a guess at their speed, a day or two away from finishing. But they did say they may tourist a bit in Tobermory, so I may run into them. That'd be nice. Always nice to run into other through hikers. Just to say hello. Swap a story or two, tell a lie or two, whatever. Anyhow, that's about it. So again, good morning. Welcome to day 20 on the Bruce Trail. Let's get heading north on the western side of the Beaver Valley. Now we're on the western side of the Beaver Valley, still at the bottom end. We can hear the Hogs Falls. I can see a little bit of white water through the trees, but we can't see it. Again, it was totally dark when we went through the other side, when we went past it. But I could definitely hear it, see a little bit through the trees, and that's the best we're going to do with Hogs Falls today. Oh well, let's keep going. In the words of the great PCT Thru hiker Marmalade, this trail won't hike itself. The first view we get this morning on day 20 of the eastern side of the Beaver Valley. Isn't that beautiful with that grey, ominous kind of backdrop? That sky. Gorgeous. Wow. Okay. The trail, well, we're at a little rest area kind of place. We make a beautiful little camp spot with that, with a bench. But anyhow, way too early. We had a little bit of spitting rain, but just enough to make me put my pack cover on, but that was it. Could rain at any time, it looks like. One of those days, just like the weatherman said, some sun, some cloud, some rain. What you gonna get? I think, in the words of the great Forrest Gump, the weather is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. Oh, okay, let's go. Well, there's good news and bad news. The good news is, this is a great little spot to have lunch. The bad news is, all the electricity's turned off. I guess last year, no, 2 years ago, the plug was live, but everything's shut down. Rightly so. They're only open in the winter time, so it was just a thought. I thought I'd get a little bit of free extra electricity in my phone, on my power bank. Lunch today. Well, it's 10 after 11. I have a cheese bagel with bacon, Jack Link's bacon, and a ketchup package. That's fine. Of course, my coffee. That's fine too. And I'm going to have some Sun Chips, multigrain, harvest cheddar, baked snack chip, whatever you want to call it. That's good too. Oh well. A little over, I think, what are we at? 13, 14, 15? About 15 and a half kilometers in so far for the day. So about 10 miles so far. So, doing fine. It's around 3:10 in the afternoon here on day 20, and I just took a little break on a bench and had some of those Sun Chips, those whole wheat baked cheese Sun Chips. Beautiful view across there, but it's getting windy. I noticed the kind of humid saturated air mass seems to have bugged out now. It's been replaced by clearing skies, more wind, cooler temperatures, and significantly drier air mass. So that, in all truthfulness, is a good thing. A little bit cooler temperature, great for hiking. Blue skies, great for hiking. No rain, great for hiking. And we did have a significant amount of rain yesterday, so that would have been enough to help the water sources. Speaking of water, at 3:10 this afternoon now, and 25.3 kilometers in, I do not have camp water yet. I've looked at the map, and there are some blue lines crossing the trail indicating rivers, streams, creeks, this kind of thing, further up the line. So I'm relying on those, there's 2 or 3 of them. I'm relying on one of those to have water for camp. It looks like today, camp won't be till somewhere between 5 and 6, 5:30ish. Just from the distance I need to do, want to do, in regards for my meet with my trail angel tomorrow, and get my supplies from my supply box. We have a sign on this tree and a gravel road ahead of us. We have just reached Grey Highlands, side road 13A. So that's just going to be a gravel road right in front of us here. So yeah, day 20 goes really well. Feeling good, feeling strong. Although I will be happy to make it to camp and get my shelter set up. Oh, yeah, beautiful home here, right at the parking area of the Bruce. I remember coming through here before, this circular parking area. Yeah, I'll be glad today to get to camp, take the weight off my feet, rest my legs, drink some hot chocolate or coffee, both. I don't know. Anyhow, the trail right now, well, today the trail has been a challenging day. I think so far the Beaver Valley section for me personally has been the most challenging. That and say the Devil's Glen area of the Blue Mountain section, I think have been the most challenging. But right now the trail, well, she's just a honey. She's a sweetheart of a trail at the moment. But there's been some rocky, slippy sections, climbs, big climbs up there. When I say big, I mean for Bruce Trail big, you know, 300, 400, 500 foot climbs up the Beaver Valley Ski Club hills and so on. But that's pretty much it. Generally speaking, on the Bruce Trail, I'm going to say what's considered a big climb on the Bruce Trail. Could be 600 feet, could be. A lot of the climbs are anywhere like 300, a lot of 300 footers. Nothing at all to write home about, overly challenging in any way, shape or form. Not compared to other trails, that's for sure. Other trails that we've done together, but with you and I. Hey, speaking of you and I, don't forget, give me a like on the videos, do ask questions, share the videos, and do subscribe if you have not already. We do need all the subscribers we can get. So please subscribe. It helps the channel grow. The more subscribers, the more views, the more likes, the more comments, the more shares, the more YouTube will show and offer and suggest my videos to other prospective viewers. And that is in turn how the channel grows. So do please like, share, comment and subscribe. Thank you. I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. Right now, let's just keep pushing north. My camp for the night, nestled beneath a beautiful canopy of like a pine kind of tree, I guess it is, on the soft kind of pine needles underneath. Beautiful little spot. The trail, well, the trail is just at the other side of those pine trees, only 30, 40 feet away. But I'm nice, secure, kind of secluded, if you will, sheltered from the wind. The wind has got really, really, really quite cold. Well, it's not cold, it's just cooler than it has been, and much drier, so I hope that's a sign of things to come. Earlier on in the hike, 3 weeks ago, a lady commented, I think it was a lady that commented, and she asked if I was camping in the same spots that I'd camped at before. Well, it was a little earlier in the stage, or in the hike, to really know for sure how it was going to work, so I put some old ones, some new ones, but that was my response to the lady. But now we're much, much further ahead, pushing towards the Sydenham section, which I think I'll hit the Sydenham section tomorrow, by the way. I've camped at the Dundas overnight rest area before, and I camped there this time. I think that's like the third time I've camped, third or fourth time I've camped there. But to the best of my knowledge, to the best of my knowledge, most places I have camped In fact, the Dundas is the only one I can think of that I camped at before. Pretty much everything else has been new. Now, any motels I'd stayed at before, yes, such as the Cedar Springs and the Shelburne Motel, I've stayed at those before. Now, coming up in Owen Sound, the motel, the Travel Lodge, never stayed there. It was simply the cheapest one available at that time. And then my one in Wyerton, Spirit Rock, I have stayed there once before. But as far as camp spots go, every single one has been different, I believe, except Dundas Overnight Rest Area. 29.2 kilometers today. Pretty good day. Day 20 is coming to an end. Sat here, going to make my dinner, relax, do my log. Maybe watch a little YouTube tonight. See what that guy Jasper's up to. Yeah. You guys have a good night. Talk to you tomorrow, bright and early for day 21. Luck goes on tomorrow. We meet Joanne for a resupply. We hit the Sydenham section as we continue to push now towards Owen Sound. Yeah. Wow. Starting to kind of almost wind down a little bit. Getting closer to the end. It's always sad when you get closer to the end of a through hike, but we've still got lots of adventure ahead of us. We've still got some great hiking days ahead of us. Talk to you in the morning. Good night.